All right, everyone, welcome back. We are in the final moments here, several moments. You've got several more, so don't leave yet. We still have things that we're going to do. Before we move into our reflection time together, I do want to raise, in light of our discussion prior to the break and the wonderful keynote we had from Alex, a resource that has just been launched. The ICF has launched the Resources for Challenging Times. That comes along with ICF statement supporting a peaceful resolution in Ukraine. Again, strongly denouncing the unprovoked military invasion of Ukraine. And as we see that situation continue to escalate, we reflect on our core values. Again, we talked earlier about getting back to what are the promises that we can make. And from the ICF, particularly humanity, to guide our actions, our words, and our conscience. And we commit to being humane, kind, and compassionate and respectful towards others. So please, there's a link Karen just dropped in the chat. Thank you all for, if you get a chance, please take a moment to look at it. There's some resources on humanitarian aid and other ways we can make sure that we are coming from our values and our hearts, and again, making promises on what we can control. And when we start with that and the humanity, that actually can make a big difference in a very, very challenging time. So from that heart space, let's move into our reflection as we close out our day 3. Hopefully another great learning experience for all of you, and not just a list of things to do, but also an awareness of how we want to show up as humans, as coaches, as chapter leaders. So we're going to move into our breakouts and really just take a few moments to share with each other, discussing action items that you may have, action items for your board or for you as a leader, and then chapter goals. And I after Alex's keynote, I can't help but reinforce making sure that it's not just lists of things to do, but also awareness about how we want to be in the world. So make sure you have a group leader. We'll have a quick check-in as we wrap up when we come back, but we'll see you in your breakout rooms. Wonderful. So we have a few minutes here for a couple of share outs. So again, raise your hand. Saul's going to call on you, and please type things in chat. So I know we won't have a chance to hear from everyone, but we want to make sure we get a couple of you and we can hear your voices as well. So Saul, take it over.
All right, so just like we've been doing for the last couple of days, to share takeaways, you can use your raise hand feature that is located at the bottom of your screen. And I'll be calling you out right now. We have Miriam coming on board.
And I think Latoya was first.
Actually, we got, yes, yeah. My screen is just rearranging right here. Thank you, Latoya.
Thank you so much, and happy to share. Right, I was in a dynamic breakout group, like many of you were, and I think our biggest takeaway outside of, okay, time to decompress and compartmentalize it all. Everyone had a resounding connection about our connection. We've met such great leaders, such great individuals here, and everyone is really just committed to building those relationships and keeping those connections going globally. One of the biggest pieces of GLF is the opportunity to build, increase, and deepen our networks.
Thank you very much for that. Mariah, would you like to share?
Yes, and I wanted to, thank you for creating this space for us to connect. This has been really empowering. Seeing, meeting, talking, discussing with other coaches throughout the globe, it has been very empowering. And I just wanted to say how grateful I am to have met so many amazing, wonderful people, whether during presentations or in the breakout rooms, and looking forward to collaboration.
Thank you very much, Miriam. Anybody else who would like to share? If not, I would just like to thank everybody who has participated, sharing their thoughts, being group leaders. And back to you, Tanya.
Wonderful. And thank you, Saul, for helping to keep this going with all this energy in the room. And again, I wish we had time for everyone to speak, but please share in the chat as well. So wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Thank you all for everything that you do for your chapters, for the coaching community, for the ICF, and honestly for the world. So just a few quick reminders as we wrap up the day, and we'll get you moving to the closing because we still have a little bit left. So hang in there, just a couple more minutes. Just a few reminders. So the GLF website that still includes all the pre-work videos. Everything's going to be available till December 31st, 2022. So you've got the rest of the year to go back and review this. Alex Sheen's video, I saw several of you mention in the chat wanting to get access to that. So that's also going to be available through the end of December. For attending the live event this week, you're eligible for 6, yes, count them, 6 CCEs in resource development. You must complete the evaluation at the end of the event to record your learnings and earn those CCUs, but you will receive the evaluation coming through your email. And if you did miss a session this week, my goodness, you can still make it up in the next 2 weeks of GLF 2020. So check out the GLF website for the upcoming rounds of the GLF for the days and times that are available if you want to catch up on anything that you missed. And now for the finale, I invite Catherine Tano, Magda Mook, Steve Weiss, and Pat Matthews for some brief closing remarks. Thank you all.
Thank you, Tonya, for your amazing facilitation today. You've been very contributing, very inspiring for everyone as the session has been. So I hope you had all very productive, meaningful time with us and a lot of connections. Hope you have shared best practices and some of your experiences. I'm sure you had. And we thank you, really, heartfelt thank you for your commitment, for your contributions, your engagement through these days and insightful sessions. I want to thank the staff for putting together such a comprehensive 3 amazing days. Anik, Saul, Kathleen, Minji, Denise, Karen, Katie, Renata, and all other people that have been with us and contributing to this really very good GLF 2022. So we are keeping raising the bar. I think we have listened to you, the feedback you gave from last year and this year. We hope that it has met even more your expectation and that you find a lot of meaning and fruitful idea and inspiration for your chapters. So I want also to acknowledge all members of the Professional Coaches Global Board. I'm very proud to share. Thanks to them all for making this happen and contributing to the success of GLF. We are all here to support you. We are available if you want us to present, to share consideration on ICF, on the global awareness study, on what is happening in the market for the future. Our coaching profession can really make an impact. So keep us posted. Thanks for a great participation. I think we had between 100 and something up to 165 people between day 1 and day 3. So congratulations for being connected. Let's move in the next part of the journey. Our regional teams will be in contact with all of you to make sure that we have some post-event learning session in the next weeks. Just also to tell you that we will have in May the International Coaching Week. So it's a good moment to organize events, to involve your community, to engage your member. And this year, the theme will be reimagining the future. And that's about the coaching and the power of coaching and the impact of coaching and the promise of coaching, not only the goals. This is a lessons learned from today for me. And I must say that I'm very honored to be your chair. You all know that together we can be more than our sum. We are a remarkable community, and I hope we will keep in touch with all of you. Thank you so much. Magda, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Catherine. And throughout this 3 days, we clearly capture some magic. And today's magic, I think, Tanya, you introduced this as a sign of appreciation and hope and fun. Yikes, I'm just reflecting on the last 3 days and so much learning. Latoya, when she was reported earlier, she said it is a power of connecting on connections, or connections on connecting. It's that's exactly who we are as a community, and this is quite amazing. I was thinking about Sarah Sladek's keynote, and she was talking about engaging different people in our organization that brings that creativity and innovation. We heard from Peggy talking about new habits, new capabilities, and then today's keynote from Alex. Oh my gosh, right? If we all heard that, it's like, because I said I would, I'm all in, and I don't have to, I get to. I think that just about describes every single person in this meeting right now, and what we frankly all do every day, because we believe in, Catherine, you said it, promise of what coaching can bring about, and also the goal for the ICF as an organization. So thank you absolutely for everything that you are doing as chapter leaders. And this is a journey. This is a little bit of a moving target, right? The circumstances that surround us do necessitate us to be agile, to change, to move. I actually don't like that word, but I'm going to say it, to pivot. So there are always going to be improvements, barriers, challenges, and also great discoveries. So I really appreciate this group of leaders, you, so much, for understanding that we don't have to be perfect. We just need to have a good plan moving forward. So thank you for your leadership. Thank you for saying, because I said I would, and for being here as part of this amazing, amazing community. Steve?
Excellent. Thank you. Wow. For me, I can't believe that it's been 5 months now working with ICF. It feels like it's gone by like that. And I think just extremely grateful to work and collaborate with such an amazing high caliber group of leaders. I can assure you that we're going to take the learnings and takeaways and your comments from this event, evolve our collaboration, and continue the development of tools that will help you engage and expand your markets. Let's not lose sight of the most important thing from my perspective. We are the most respected and influential coaching organization in the entire world. And this success begins at the local level. It's clear. As ICF chapter leaders, you are the local identity and experience for ICF, and you have the power to elevate the profile of coaching and demonstrate what sets ICF coaches apart. And that's powerful and important. Our work's just started, but we're more energized than ever to make this a success and do it together. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve, Katrin, and Magda. It has been a wonderful 3 days. The speakers have been terrific. I got to be in a few of the breakouts with you, and it's always my pleasure to get to know some of you better across the globe. So on behalf of the ICF staff and all of the boards of directors and volunteers who don't have to, we get to, I'd like to thank all of you for giving us the privilege of hearing your ideas, your knowledge, and making this an event for really a channel for great collaboration across the world. And more than that, please allow me to express our deep appreciation for the efforts made by your own chapter teams and your committees throughout the year to make ICF so successful. It's my pleasure to be involved with ICF. And although there'll always be challenges, It's so reassuring to see that we have faced them as a unified force. Thank you all, staff, volunteers, PC board, for an incredible day of learning today and a fabulous GLF22 event.